You're watching Road Legal. This is everything you need to know about the 2015 S550 Coupe. But first, we gotta start off with the price. Starting MSRP of $119,000, but this one is closer to $140,000. Under the hood, you have a 4.7-liter twin-turbo V8 pushing out 449 horsepower and 516 pound-feet of torque, which, along with the 4MATIC all-wheel drive system, pushes this 4,600-pound coupe to 60 in just, well, I'll let the video speak for itself. Moving on to the front. You have huge air intakes for that big 4.7-liter engine. No fake vents here. You also got a laminated Mercedes star for your radar and Doppler sensors. A beautiful diamond grille. As well as a very elegant Mercedes-Benz badge right above it that actually harkens back to the days of the SL. Power bulges on the hood. Wide arches give it that big body bands feel. You also have beautiful LED headlights up front with adaptive intelligent light system. As well, there was also an option for you to include 47 Swarovski crystals into the lights in case you wanted to show off a little better. Mercedes said they were for better clarity. Moving on to the side, you have two big body lines that dominate the side of this vehicle, making it look like it's moving while it's stopped. A very swept look, as well as pillarless design. These 20-inch Roman chariot wheels, or AMG line if you want to call them by their name, as well as a glass panoramic roof, soft closed doors. And in the rear, once again, wide arches give this car a very muscular look. Moving on to the rear, you have beautiful horizontal taillights that later the C300 Coupe stole, unfortunately. Chrome styling, a backup camera that actually pops out from under the emblem, a beautiful integrated ducktail spoiler, as well as a rear window that looks like it came from the ISS. With an integrated rear diffuser and dual exhaust tips, let's hear what this baby sounds like. Well, I actually have only one gripe. There's a fake vent on this car, and that one is part of the AMG package, which is supposed to make it look more sporty. But it's on the side. It looks great, but it's fake. Taking a look at the interior, which is possibly one of the best Mercedes has ever designed in terms of tech, materials, and overall cohesiveness. Let's focus a little bit more on the materials, shall we? I already told you that there's a lot of leather in this interior, and I promise you I wasn't lying. There's about 17 miles of leather in this car, 16 miles of stitching that flows beautifully around the cabin. You have brushed metal buttons, brushed metal on the steering wheel, real lacquered wood accents, brushed metal on the AC vents that click with the most satisfying sound in the world, engraved speaker grills for the Burmester sound system, which just sounds amazing, with an optional 3D sound system that goes up to about 1600 watts, which would probably blow your eardrums out. But really my only gripe with this car, especially on the interior, is this turn signal and transmission stocks. I don't know why Mercedes decided to cheap out on this. They just included whatever stocks they had from other vehicles like the C-Class and E-Class, but it just feels cheap, scratchy, and you're gonna touch these a lot driving this car. Obviously, you're gonna use your turn signal and you're gonna shift into drive. So touching those, it just kind of diminishes the experience a little bit more, but everything else just looks absolutely beautiful. Now that we talked about materials for a little bit, let's move on to tech. You have huge 12.3-inch dual displays that still look modern and still feel modern. You still get all the information that you need. Obviously, in the infotainment, there's about 17,000 menus that you'll really never go through. Unfortunately, you still have a navigation system that the Mayflower could have used to traverse the Atlantic. But other than that, you have all the modern features that you've ever wanted in a modern car. You have adaptive steering, lane keep assist, parking sensors, 360 cameras, heads-up displays. You get everything that you would ever want. Obviously, this car didn't come equipped with Apple CarPlay or Android Auto because it didn't exist at the time. But these vehicles, it's very easy to retrofit a CarPlay unit into them. I've personally done one myself, and it's not that hard. But everything about this car is just ahead of its time. No one has gotten in this car has thought, oh, this is a 10-year-old car. Especially that beautiful ambient lighting that Mercedes brought into the car game and everyone else copied them. A vehicle lift system, a seatbelt butler, in case you don't want to reach too far back for your seatbelt because of just how long the doors are. As well as an intense safety feature list that I'm gonna just throw up on screen because it's so long. You have an adaptive cruise control system that steers, brakes, stops, low speed follows, as well as displays other vehicles that it has noticed. Instead of showing you just another car, it actually shows you an S-Class of that era, just so you don't feel like a Corolla is invading your cabin. Moving on to the dynamics, you have a good driving position as the front and rear of the car are actually sloped down a little bit while the cabin is raised up, so you have a more raised up view of the road. This car does have thicker A-pillars though, so it's a little harder to see out of, especially with the driver's side mirror being so close to you. It's actually hard to see around corners or stop signs. Let's talk about how it drives. This being an S-Class means that it is one of the most comfortable vehicles on the road, and this S-Class Coupe is no different. Air ride, adaptive cruise control, massaging seats, adaptive seats, as well as just giving you that overall feeling of safety and comfort. So how are the dynamics? Obviously this isn't an M3, but this car, when you throw it into sport, actually does pretty well. The air suspension stiffens up, the throttle response gets a lot sharper, and this twin turbo V8 starts singing real loud. But when it comes to a corner, this 4,600-pound coupe surprisingly drives like a much smaller car. And with that four-wheel drive system, you're always going where this car is pointing. So overall, I give this car a 10 out of 10, being the perfect GT cruiser with pretty good ability when it comes to canyon roads to not embarrass itself and also have some fun.